Heroes in Crisis is a storyline that explores the concept of superheroes are not infallible. Superheroes need someone to talk to, and they do cope with the stress of being a superhero, be it the death of their friends, people they're trying to save, or just in general, how do you deal with the things that they've seen. With issues 1 and 2, we began this exploration as everyone at this sanctuary died, and we're left with the questions of whether or not it's Booster Gold or Harley Quinn involved. Today we're going to be covering issues 3 and 4 of this rather interesting take on basically PTSD with superheroes. If you don't know where you are, this is the Comicstorian channel where we take some of your favorite trade paperbacks and single issues and we break them down into digestible bites to help you understand. We then read them dramatically back to you, turning them into an audiobook per se. And all alterations to the panels, text, and images are to prevent copyright problems, and all art is owned by its respective companies.
Lagoon Boy, master of the lagoon. He's been at Sanctuary 3 months now. The blast rips through his body, throwing him to the ground, and as he struggles to get up, he simply says, "Again." The blast hits him again, and from the ground he questions how many times the laser has hit him since he's been here. Sanctuary answers, 337 times. That's a lot. Smoke curls into the air from the blast that hit his chest. He sees the battle all the time. His teammates being hurt, the laser hitting him. When he's awake, when he's asleep, over and over again. It's 337 times here, yet for Lagoon Boy, it's always. He stands back up. It feels better for it to actually be happening, even if it's not real. It's better than just having to replay it in his own mind over and over. One of these times, maybe it won't hurt. Maybe it won't hit him. Maybe he'll realize that the laser isn't real and that it doesn't hurt anymore. But that laser, it hits him again and again. Time passes and finally, Lagoon Boy's done for the day. He's tired. "I'll come back tomorrow," he tells Sanctuary as he walks away. Suddenly, emergency warnings begin to blare throughout Sanctuary. Wally West, the Flash. He's been at Sanctuary for 2.5 weeks now. He lays in his bed telling himself not to be scared as he holds the psycho pirate mask over his face. He asks Sanctuary to bring him to the backyard to see Linda. Why here? Why this place? Linda and the kids run to him. They're happy to see him, all hugs and smiles, and they stand before Captain Cold, his weapon pointed at them. His kids Jai and Iris are suited up. "Ready?" he asks. They are. They love him. "I love you too." He smiles. He's now tucking them into bed at night, kissing them gently on the forehead. After once again telling them the story of how he got his powers, they love that story. It's one of their favorites. But emergency warnings begin to blare throughout Sanctuary. Now it's Booster Gold's first day. He's greeted by Sanctuary as he floats closer. This is going to be great. He's going to have a good time. They explain the rules. Everyone in Sanctuary is anonymous. Everyone is able to say whatever they want. And this is the place that you can go, that you can just spill the beans. Outstanding, Booster says with all smiles. It's going to be great. They show him to his room. Swell! They leave him to himself with Booster quietly sitting on his bed, his head in his hands. He's now in one of those therapy chambers, sitting across from himself. This, he gestures to himself, this is what you came up with. But Booster begins to argue with himself, judging himself, hitting himself. That's when the emergency alarms began to blare. But Booster can't stop hitting himself. He hates himself. Outside, Lagoon Boy has discovered the bodies, with the spear piercing his chest where the laser used to hit. He stares down in shock at all of that blood. He begins to laugh. He can't stop laughing. And he falls. Wally is cradling the body of Roy Harper. He should have been there to stop this, but the kids... Wally just didn't want to be alone. And that's when Harley's hammer falls down on top of his head, cracking his skull. She looks up to see Booster. "I didn't know you were here." She smiles. He stares dumbly down at her. It's my first day," he stammers. Harley wonders how it's going so far. "You know, not great. Everyone's dead." But back before the cameras roll, and we begin to see everyone that showed up, everyone that had to come here, and how long they've been here. How much time do you need to get over your grief, your problems, your issues? How much time does it take to heal? Well, these individuals are still there, or they were. Commander Steele, 3 weeks. Gunfire's been there for 6 days. Tattooed Man, 2 months. Narc, 12 days. Red Devil, 1 month. Protector, he's been there for 4 weeks. Poison Ivy, 9 days. Solstice, 11 weeks. And Nemesis has been there for a week. We were Titans! Tempest cries, raising his umpteenth shot into the air. He drinks and he slumps, spilling alcohol on his face. Get up, Tempest. We're leaving. The voice of his friends tell him, but he can't walk. Maybe he can swim? Donna Troy's there for her friend, though, throwing the Titan over her shoulder as they walk out. But out in the fields outside of Sanctuary, Flash and Batman are discussing the case. All the evidence is clear. They know who did it. One of them says Booster, one of them says Harley. And they look at each other. Crap! Booster has been brought in. The lasso of truth encircles his wrist. Start from the beginning, Wonder Woman orders him. They go back over the chain of events. Alarms blared. He left Sanctuary. Harley hit Wally with her hammer. She stood over the body. She laughed. And then she hit Booster. His shield didn't work, so she hit him again. He was the only one that woke up. This is when you ran away? No, he flew away. Meanwhile, Lois wants to know what Clark wants her to do, but he doesn't know. Every day, a new confession from Sanctuary comes from this mysterious group. They're sending it to Lois to broadcast to the world. The Puddlers know. If she does nothing with it, they will move on to another reporter. Someone else will publish everything. Lois and Clark, they lay back down, husband and wife. I know, I just don't know. But before, the cameras roll again. Wordlessly, Batgirl stands up. She shows the external scars, the wounds from where the Joker shot her. Entry, exit. Elsewhere, in the current day, in the Hall of Mirrors, Harley Quinn meets Batgirl. Hey, Harley. No time is wasted, though, with Harley leaping at the hero, shattering the mirrors around them. Batgirl tries to explain that that's not why she's here. She's not here to bring in Harley. But Harley doesn't listen. A vicious kick connects with Batgirl's jaw, but she stops the next punch. She's trying to help. How long is it going to be before Batman figures out where she is? Batgirl knows that they think she did it. She knows what Harley saw. She knows that she's been hurting. The two take a breath and they calm down. And they pull each other in. Hey, girl, Bat. It isn't a hug of love or untold feelings. It's an embrace of two people who have seen pain, who have felt trauma. Hey, Harley, how you doing? Before, though, the cameras roll. Black Canary curses and she gets up. She'll deal with the pain herself, the way she always has. But in our current day, Ted Kord the Blue Beetle asks, did you do it, Booster? Booster took the lasso test, but Wonder Woman thinks that maybe he just believes he didn't do it. The lasso compels you to tell the truth, but if you believe that that is the truth, you're not lying. The two old friends sit in his cell, talking it over. You know what? They should get out there. They should solve this mystery, the blue and the gold. But Booster doesn't think so. The big leagues want him here, so he should stay here. Beetle agrees, but then the wall behind him explodes, giving them the perfect escape. Bros before heroes, he says as the bug comes hovering into view. But before, the cameras roll. Being a hero is a lot of hitting and getting hit, and sometimes you die. You get used to it or you don't. Everyone deals with it in their own way. Blue Beetle's way, he has Booster, his friend. Most people just dismiss him, but for Blue Beetle, Booster's the guy that's always been there. A friend, the blue and the gold. In our current day, though, Wonder Woman hears the news of Booster's escape. She turns, her fist connecting with Batman's giant penny. The penny tilts, and it falls, landing on one of the many Batmobiles below. Batman watches, and then he turns over his shoulder to speak to Superman. You couldn't have helped with that. There's something else. Clark turns to them, their friend, their confidant. Something that they aren't going to like. I'll hide the dinosaur. Clark finally tells them that the Sanctuary videos are being sent to Lois, the confessions. There can't be videos, Batman denies. Every piece of data at Sanctuary is deleted. That's why they can't confirm the killer. But Superman has seen them. He's known for days. He just couldn't tell his friends. He couldn't break the news to them that their secrets are out in the world. Anger fills Batman as he jabs the Man of Steel on the chest. We should have known about this. We could have already been investigating it. There's no time to stop this. The story's already gone live. And as they move through the city, Harley Quinn and Batgirl get word of the story breaking. That news of Sanctuary has hit the world. That everyone is about to know that their infallible heroes aren't so infallible. The world itself is about to change. All right, good. The world needs changing.
So in this particular set of Heroes in Crisis videos, we combined 3 and 4 because 3 was a bit short, so we wanted to give you a much longer storyline. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and let us know in the comments down below what you think about the Heroes in Crisis storyline, because some people are commenting that the characters are acting out of character, some people are commenting that it's the greatest thing ever. It seems to be a very divisive storyline, as has been written by Tom King, and he's a rather divisive writer. Now, please subscribe to our channel, as we will be continuing our coverage of Heroes in Crisis next week. But it's time for us to break away from the main plotline, and it's time for us to begin to tackle some of the tie-ins. So, as I said at the beginning, you will continue to get Heroes in Crisis every week until we get to the conclusion of it. So make sure you subscribe, give us a like to let us know, hey Benny, I like Heroes in Crisis. And let me know in the comments down below what you think of this storyline. And I'll see you next time.